the players and coaches from Pacifica American Little League, Pacifica, California.
Manager Steve Falk, Pacifica American Little League, Pacifica, California.
Third base coach, David Shaw. First base coach, Len Harkness.
Hi, my name is Justice Turner. My favorite player is Carlos Gonzalez.
My name is Tyler Shaw, and my favorite player is Buster Fossey.
My name is Chris Thompson. My favorite player is Mike Trout.
My name is Christian Falk. My favorite baseball player is Brandon Crawford.
My name is Chris Rodriguez, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
My name is Shane Hawkins, and my favorite baseball player is Michael Morris.
My name is Andrew Harkness, and my favorite baseball player is Yasiel Puig.
My name is Spencer Carlos, and my favorite baseball player is Josh Donaldson.
My name is George Salgado. My favorite baseball player is Paul Sandoval.
The name is Mateo Jimenez, and my favorite baseball player is Angel Pagan.
Hi, my name is Elijah Rex. My favorite player is Adam Jones.
Hi, my name is Nate Azaparty. My favorite baseball player is Buster Fossey.
What you just watched was a history-making achievement by a Little League team in Pacifica, California, a team of 11 and 12-year-olds. Hi, Horace Henshaw here from the Pacifica Historical Society and guest host of the program Footprints of Pacifica. We get together every week to discover and explore the lovely Pacifica, the lore and the lure, and the characters and its characters. Tonight, the focus of the show is on the 2014 Pacifica American Little League baseball team being named as the best team in the state of California for 2014. On tonight's program, we have some guests who will play a very major role in the championship year. Each year, an all-star team is selected to represent Pacifica in a postseason tournament. The goal is first to win their sectional tournament and then eventually try and wind up in San Bernardino, California, the site of the Western Regional Championships. Until this year, no Pacific Little League team had ever gone that far. 57 years, no team had ever gotten that far. The Pacific American Little League team, one of two Little League programs in Pacifica, did just that. In fact, it was one game away from playing in the World Series at Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Our studio guests are here to tell us about the championship team. We have the team's three coaches with us. First, Steve Falk, the manager, David Shaw, and Len Harkness, the coaches. These gentlemen have coached together for years. It's interesting to see exactly what their story is all about over the past years of being together. Would one of you please tell me how your friendship started?
Sure. We started out pretty much, as far as coaches go, together, coaching a tournament team that really wasn't affiliated from Little League, but it was kind of came from Little League. It started as being separate coaches, coaching different teams of the league. So we decided to coach together. 8U, our kids were 8 and under, and we decided to coach together then. So that's kind of how we kind of band together as a group. And then over the years, had a lot of success together as a group, and then finally getting up to about 10 and under when they start developing the All-Stars, the All-Star teams and everything. I think a lot of, basically the All-Star coaches are selected based on board decisions, the board votes on that, and so I think just based on what we were able to accomplish with the kids over the first couple of years in tournament ball, they selected us as All-Star coaches, and that's kind of how we built our relationship together as coaches. So,
you finished the best team in California, the second best West Coast and the Northwest leagues. And you could, as I said, you could say you're one inning away from going back and playing for the World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So to help our viewers understand how you got there, perhaps we can take it step by step and walking through the tournaments that you had to win to eventually get down to San Bernardino, perhaps starting at your district level. So one of you want to do the district and go from there?
Sure. The district level in All-Stars is, to us, is typically one of the difficult legs of the tournament. Seemingly level 1 district play would seem kind of easy, but our district is one of the largest districts in the entire United States, being 16 leagues. So just by the sheer amount of games that you have to play to get through the district tournament is what makes it so challenging. Also, the amount of good teams that you consistently see in our district also makes it very challenging. So there's a lot of expectations put on our kids based on some past year's results. So there's a lot of pressure on us as coaches, on the kids definitely. Not sure if they felt a lot of the pressure. They're out there having a good time, but the district, I think we had to win, 5 games to win the whole thing, to win the district title. But there's always a handful of teams every year that make it really, really challenging to get through the district tournament. And San Mateo American was one of the toughest teams. To me, they were probably, even though they weren't in the district finals, they were probably one of the best teams we had to play. Belmont was definitely a good team. That's who we ended up beating in the finals, in the district leg. And there's definitely some other teams that were really strong. Foster City had a good team. Menlo Atherton had a pretty solid team. But a couple of those teams you can put in the sectional tournament, even the NorCal divisional tournament, and they can compete just fine. It was tough to get through. So just getting through that, we were fortunate and very proud of that accomplishment. And it was something that we as a league hadn't done since 1982 as a 12-year-old group. 83. As a 12-year-old group, just to win the district tournament alone. So that accomplishment to us was just something that we were extremely proud of as coaches, and I'm sure the kids were as players.
So you go from there to?
Sections. And sections, it goes from, like Dave said, from 16 teams down to 4 teams for the section tournament. And we've been playing together throughout the summers for the past 4 or 5 years. So you come to know a lot of the teams, even from around the Bay Area. And sections was no different. The team from San Lorenzo, we played in the first game. We've probably played them a dozen times in the last 4 or 5 years. So we knew we stacked up pretty good against them. And then the other 2 teams that were down there was a team from San Jose and a team from Danville, who's we've had some problems with in the past. We beat them as 10-year-olds. They beat us as 11-year-olds. And we've played them countless number of times, summer and winter, and every time. Always good games. So we got through San Lorenzo and fairly easy, and San Jose we got pretty good. And I don't know if fortunate's the word, but that San Jose team went on through the losers bracket and beat Danville, who we thought we were going to end up playing in the championship. So by the time it came back to us playing in the championship against San Jose again, they had pretty much burnt through all their pitching. And we had been sitting there for 4 or 5 days with all our pitching rested, kids waiting to go. So the final for the sectional, it got kind of out of hand. I mean, we hit 7 or 8 home runs, and I think Christian threw a 1-hitter, and we won 11-0. So it felt good, though. I mean, anytime you win a tournament, it's a good thing. So that moved us on to, division, where it was kind of our goal to get to division and do well there. That was, I think, our goal from the beginning. So,
just before you go into the next division, though, had that been the farthest that a team had gone in a long, long time then? Because you won the section, you said, and that was in '83 was the last time you won the section.
Well, as far as the 12-year-old division, that's a far.
Last time district was won.
Yeah, last time
was '83.
So go ahead, Lynn. You're going to talk about the next step then.
Divisions. It was an accomplishment to get there. We were there in a division when we were 10. Made it all the way to the finals to lose to a team from Wood Creek. So to get back there, they were back there. So it was a good anticipation that more than likely we would meet at some point. I think there was 8 teams down there total. We made it easily in the first couple games. No big deal. We played a Mill Valley team. They were a good team, but we just came out and really banged the ball. We played Wood Creek, and that was like a 2-year in the making kind of thing, because they beat us when we were 10, and we never got to see them as 11s. So it was a very anticipated game, and we went out and played great and just really took it to them that first game. They ended up going all the way through the loser side of it and met us again in the finals, and that was probably one of the most intense games to be a part of. I mean, the back and forth, you know, to have a 9-1 lead, and then next thing you know, we're losing 10-9. It was just one of those thrilling nail biters. They just wouldn't go away kind of thing, and they end up winning. I think it was 17-15, I think was the final of that game. That was just huge, just to kind of show that we could beat them and get to that next level, because they were definitely our little nemesis, the team to beat.
We should also say none of these games are played in Pacifica. They're all on the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe tell me the cities that you went to play.
God.
Redwood City.
Redwood City was the district tournament. San Lorenzo or Hayward?
Yeah.
Fremont, actually.
Fremont.
Fremont was the sectional tournament.
And San Jose.
And San Jose
For,
was the divisional tournament.
divisions. Yeah.
And you always had a traveling group of parents and friends to join you.
We probably had the largest crowd out of all the other teams that are there. We had an unbelievable following.
I don't think there was a single game where we didn't have more fan support than the opposing team.
A team that's closer, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, so you got through there, and now you're on your way to San Bernardino. So, Steve, maybe you can take us up to how it was at San Bernardino.
San Bernardino, a lot of people don't know, when you get to San Bernardino, you know, the players and coaches stay in like barracks. Basically, they're Army barracks. And you're on site. You're away from mom and dad, you're away from everybody, and basically us three were in charge of the 12 kids, which was something unto itself, but a lot of characters. But once you get there, I mean, you go into these barracks and they have people at the gate, and mom and dad go away. So from the time we got there to the time the first pitch of our first game was 2 or 3 days, and we did not stop those 2 or 3 days. I mean, production meetings, doing our ESPN intros. We're just doing stuff all the time. Do this, do this, do this. All right, go there, do this. And, you know, we mixed in a couple practices. So I mean, when we got to our first game, you got on this huge field. It's one of the nicest fields, you know, a lot of these kids have played on. They say it's the nicest site of all the regional locations in the country, so it's pretty big deal to get down there.
So you're talking about crowds. I mean, there were a lot of people that attended this tournament. This is probably the biggest.
Oh yeah.
Ever going into.
Absolutely.
You know? So you go into the tournaments and you play all these teams, and you end up playing Arizona for a game, and you win that game, right?
Correct.
And let's look and see some of that action shot and see what you guys did in Arizona.
The kids from Pacifica, California, the Pacifica American Little Leaguers. Here's their lineup. Their starting pitcher in this one is Cruz Thompson, an excellent leadoff hitter. And they've got some pop with the sticks behind him, including an excellent athlete in Elijah Ricks. Andrew Harkness now. He drives that one to right center. That's going to drop. That is out of here. That got out of here in a hurry. Harkness takes it out of the ballpark. And Northern California has a 1-0 lead.
First pitch that he saw today, this morning, and he was ready for it. That was a well hit, no question about it, over the center field fence for Andrew Harkness. Left-handed hitter, pitch a little bit away from him, went straight up the middle and into the bushes. 1-0. Bases loaded.
1-1 swung on, Looper into left field, and a base hit. That will score a run. The runners will hold. Coming in is Corellis, and it's now 2-0. And now they've got them in rundowns. And they're going to score another run because of that. Scoring is Shaw. Thompson in the rundown. They got him to end the inning. But because of that rundown, another run comes across.
But this is a very good, there's another fair ball down the line.
And that's a two-bagger, maybe more. That's going to score Falk. And into second with an RBI double is Rodriguez.
Wow, they're wearing that out down down the third base line.
4-0.
No chance to get the runner at first base. Now he's standing at second base on that throwing error.
And there's a bunt attempt. Tyler Shaw lays it down. Now breaking for third. And safe at third base is Jimenez.
Yeah, it takes alertness and whoa.
And there's an errant throw down the line. And that's going to score Jimenez. So a couple costly throwing errors by the catcher. And Jimenez scores to make it 5-0. There's a liner and a base hit to center field. Chandler National's on the board. RBI single for Wagner, scores Hattendorf, and it's now 5-1. 0-1 swung on, fly ball to right field, diving attempt, and Corellis has it with a basket catch in shallow right. Here at the ballpark, and he swings and hits a grounder backhanded by the first baseman Ricks, and then he throws it away. He gets the out, and then throws it away, and then it gets by the left fielder as a party. Rounding third is Hansel, and he scores, and it's 5-2. Kyle Ponzo's at the plate now with runners on the corners and one down. The double play is in order. Pitch from Rodriguez swung on, fly ball hit to center. Thompson under it, makes the catch. Tagging is the runner from third, and scoring is Maxey, and it's a 5-3 game. But Rodriguez does his job. He gets out number 2. 0-2, and that's drilled down the left field line. That's going to drop. That'll be extra bases for Ricks. Thompson cruising around third. The relay to throw the plate. Collision. He's in safely.
Nobody coming
Shaken
home.
up. Ricks coming home. He's in there.
Wow.
2 runs across, and it's 7-3.
Wow, big runs, 2 big runs for the Northern California team. And it begins with a line shot double by Ricks down the line. This ball is really hit hard, and it's going to score. It rattles around out there. By the time the left fielder gets it, the runner is going to score, and that's Cruz Thompson. And right behind him comes Ricks. Okay, there's Thompson. It's a play at the plate, and it's close. But right behind him comes Ricks. There he is. He's sliding in. 2 runs.
Slow roller to third. The throw across in time, and that'll end it. The Pacifica American Little Leaguers out of Pacifica, California, winners over Arizona, 7-3. A big 3-run second got them started here, Coach.
Yes, and that was a key early in the game, that they broke out on top, and then that turned it over to Cruz Thompson on the mound, and he carried them the rest of the way until the late innings here, and got them their victory. So Northern California comes alive here, and now their record 1-1.
Arizona 0-1, 7-3 the final. Northern California over Arizona.
Pretty exciting, don't you think? They beat Arizona to go on and advance into the tournament. We're bringing in now, we've switched out the coaches, and we're bringing in some of the players that really made this season happen, and they played outstanding baseball throughout the whole tournament. I'm going to ask each one of their names and the position they played, and a little bit of what they remember about this season. So we'll start.
My name is Christian Falk. I played shortstop and pitcher. And one of my most memorable experiences was probably when we beat Hawaii, because the atmosphere around us was just exciting, and when we won. And we had a lot of fans down there, friends and family. So, yeah, and a lot of games don't end 1-0 in Little Leagues, and we won 1-0, so.
Something you'll take forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Hi, I'm Andrew Harkness. I played first. One of my most memorable moments was when I hit the home run against Arizona. I mean, it's great enough to be down there, but to hit a home run, I was really lucky to. And it was really fun to be down there.
Great, super. Yeah. And Tyler?
I'm Tyler Shaw, and I played second base, and one of my most memorable moments was in NorCals when we played Wood Creek. It was a really exciting game, lots of people out there. It seemed like the whole Pacifica was out there that day. And then at the end of the game, it was everyone piled onto the field when we won. And it was a lot on the line, too, because we were going to San Bernardino.
Good. Well, you guys are to be congratulated as well as the entire team because it was an exciting tournament. I happened to be able to go down there and enjoy myself too. It's something that I'll never forget either. So it's really pretty exciting. And Christian talked about the Arizona and the Hawaii game. The Hawaiian game was really the game that really got everybody into it. So we're going to take a look at a little bit of action at the Hawaiian game. Okay, you guys, switch around.
On me! Knees down on 3! 1, 2, 3! Knees down!
If Northern California is going to pull the upset tonight, Elijah Ricks, who's had a tremendous tournament himself with a couple homers, is going to have to lead the way offensively. He's also on the mound, faced with the challenge of shutting down an outstanding Hawaii offense.
It is Hawaii and Northern California for a spot in the West Region title game. Ground ball to short. Takes a hop there for Christian Falk, who fires to first. And that's the way the game begins. Now, Pacifica, California, population of just about 40,000. Located right on the Pacific Ocean between San Francisco and Half Moon Bay. Not far, in fact, just almost straight west of San Francisco Airport. The SFO, known regionally as a very popular surfing destination. But wear a wetsuit. Chris Rodriguez's mom, Dara.
And little sis.
Little sis is here, yeah.
Awesome.
Able to miss 0-2.
And we found, for the most part, this Pacifica American Little League team is pretty much mostly Giants fan. Corellis, one of the few Oakland A's fans, and Josh Donaldson, his favorite player.
Hit hard, it takes a bounce past McCarthy and down the line and right. Chris Rodriguez to the plate. He will score. And Northern California takes the lead in the second thanks to Spencer Corellis. That is a base hit.
Yeah, Corellis with his third hit of this regional. This is a sharply hit ball down the first base line. A real difficult chance for Shane McCarthy. As you see, it's kind of an in-between hop and skips off his glove. Strong throw into home plate, but Chris Rodriguez able to score pretty easily. And Northern California strikes first here in this Western semifinal game.
This time strike three on the outside corner. But a 33-pitch inning. But Northern California scores a run. They lead at 1-0. As a coach with this team. First pitch hacking and a liner to right. And Salgado there to make the catch. That ball was torched. Towards second, and a catch by Shaw, diving to his left. Tyler Shaw has been flawless defensively at second base for Northern California.
Well, we've seen him handle line drives. We've seen him make nice plays on ground balls, slowly hit, sharply hit. Here, a bit of a spectacular play as he lays out on this line drive off the bat of Nono. Another outstanding play by Tyler Shaw, and a good at-bat from Noah Nakamura.
Elijah Ricks, right out of the chute, just really set the tone.
And again, it's worth noting, Hawaii is averaging over 12 runs per game in this regional, and it just, I think, further shows what a great outing it's been to this point for Elijah Ricks.
The pitcher has it. Ricks looks like he just saved the game. And he puts Northern California in the West Region Final.
Well, fitting that Elijah Ricks would finish the game himself with an outstanding play. This ball ticketed for center field and likely would have given Hawaii the lead, but Baby Bo makes an outstanding stab of that ball, runs to first, the flip, to complete what was a magical performance by Elijah Ricks. That ball hit sharply, probably headed for center field, but he spears it, and the celebration is on for Northern California as they pull the upset and are in the West Regional Final.
Wow. What a game, what a performance by Elijah Ricks, who, as well as he pitched, and as well as his defense played behind him, needed his own defensive play at the end to secure the win to face Las Vegas, Nevada tomorrow at 9 Eastern to head to Williamsport.
So what an exciting game, not only for you coaches, but for the fans as well. So Steve, you win this game. You got one more game to go. Explain.
Well, we had to come back the next night. I mean, that right there, I still get excited every time I watch it, but to play in a game like that and then to have to come back the next night, it's kind of tough. It was just tough. We got to play Nevada, and they got us. They're a very, very good team. Probably one of them and Hawaii were two of the best teams we saw the whole way through since we started All-Stars. So, they on that day they were a better team than us, and they got to move ahead to go to Williamsport.
Well, you can't be disappointed. You went as far as farther than any team has ever gone. So you come back home. The fans are here to greet you. You're named honorary Grand Marshal of the parade, Fog Fest. You go into a party for the community. You're honored by the city council. What a fantastic finish. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, I mean, for a month or two, you couldn't go down to the store and not walk through Safeway without 10, 15 people stopping you, telling you congratulations. And to come home on the way in, you saw banners still up, and just people just so proud of the kids, and it was really special what they did.
Well, you guys are really once again to be applauded because you did a super job. Well. So then you go out to the Giants. The Giants invite you to come out and to batting practice. I'm sure that had to be exciting for the kids as well.
Absolutely. We got greeted. We got to go onto the field, watch the Giants batting practice and all that. And the kids got to meet a couple of the players, and there's just they kind of treated them like they were kings for a day. And that's just one of those things that's just kind of adds to the whole special experience. So,
well, that's the end of the program. Unfortunately, we could sit here and talk about this team all year long, and it's fantastic. But we've got to go. We're going to wrap it up. We thank the coaches and the managers and the players for being with us tonight. And on behalf of the Pacifica Historical Society, we thank them for allowing us to make this a wonderful way of preserving history. And if you really want to get involved with the Pacifica Historical Society and our many projects, visit us online at www.pacificahistory.org or call us at 650-359-5462. And thank you for watching our show. You guys just sit here for a second, too.